good morning, hello. So here we are. So hope this week it works. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all our friends and colleagues. My name is Antonio. I think some of you already know me, and we are very pleased to welcome you to our new series of webinars about this time about Xplorer MAX, which is our new version of Xplorer wireless beltpack that we have launched for previous generations, and this is coming a new generation that we are very pleased to introduce you today. Today I'm going to count with the support of my appreciated colleague Roberto Tejero, Mr. Roberto Tejero, one of our product managers in AEQ who has an intensive and extensive knowledge of Intercom solutions. So here I want to introduce. Hey Roberto, how are you doing?
Hi, Antonio. Hello, everyone, and good evening, good morning, depends on you are.
So we're counting with a great support and a great presentation from Roberto. And without any more delay, we're going to the presentation. My colleague Monica, who is in the background running all the things here, told me to remind you that we have a questions. You can upload your questions through the platform whenever you require them. Whenever you think of any question, just shoot the question, and we will try to answer at the end of the webinar. There will be another questionnaire at the end of the presentation where you can also leave questions and also leave your opinion about the production of this seminar that is very useful for our colleagues in marketing, like Monica and other colleagues. And without any more delay, let's go for the activity we're going to have today, which is basically I'm going to introduce you very quickly AEQ and our Intercom solution at Chroma, AEQ Chroma. And my colleague Roberto, he will focus on the how the Xplorer MAX works and what are the different scenarios, the operating modes, and all the technical matters. So let's try to make it short and not to use too much of your time. Starting with AEQ, you know, most of the people which is attending the webinar already knows about AEQ. But in any case, we're very pleased to tell you that we are a company which has been 40 years in the broadcasting market. We count with our own R&D, manufacturing, and we make audio and video solutions for TV, radio, and also participation in large sport events like Olympic Games and Football World Cup and many others, swimming, hundreds of events in the last 20-something years. As you see, some samples, pictures of our colleagues and our production, our manufacturing. If we want to have a very quick look to our equipment, not taking too much time to stop in here, but we can highlight you that we work in audio over AP with matrices, interfaces, and consoles. We work with visual radio and automation systems. We have been very well known through the years for our communications equipment like audio codecs, telephone hybrids, and talk show systems like the Systel IP, which is already on the third generation. Between our range of products, we can continue mentioning about together with the Intercom and the commentary systems that we have widely used for the last 27 years in the Olympic Games and in many other venues, as I told you. And finally, the video monitors, which was implemented into our range by the Chroma company, the Spanish Chroma company that merged with AEQ 10 years back. So without any more delay, I just wanted to refresh you and introduce you and refresh you what is the AEQ Intercom solution. The AEQ Intercom solution is based on 3 main systems, 2 of them including a matrix, and one of them is new and it's called Speak, and it's coming with a matrix-less solution for small scenarios. So let's say that we cover a wide range of possibilities from the Connexia, which is our big system based on a large AEQ X-Core matrix system that can handle up to 1024 ports. CrossNet, which is our battle horse, as you can call it, is the best-selling product, which is something working from 40 to 200 ports based on Dante, audio over IP. And lately we have introduced the matrix-less Speak up to 28 devices for small applications. After the three matrix systems, or the three systems, we can mention very quickly the panels and belt packs. On the panels, we are working on two ranges of panels. The TP9000, which is our last series with 16 levers. You can go with panels of 16, 32, 48, up to 64 with keys, with DSP and all the processing capacities. Also, we can move into SpeakR panels. Of course, we have the corresponding desktop models if required, but the SpeakR are on a more limited features and more economic series, which providing you only 8 levers, but they're all fully compatible between all the three systems. I mean, you can connect a SpeakR, you can connect to Connexias, CrossNet, or Speak. The solutions the clients are taking nowadays is to use high-end panels in main positions where big operation capacity is required, and speak art in remote places like apparatus equipment rooms or other editing rooms or smaller rooms where there is not much need of intensive use of the intercom. After the systems and the panels, the belt packs. Belt packs are mobile solutions. Belt packs, we have the Speak belt pack, Wire belt pack, wireless belt pack on Wi-Fi on the first generation. We had also developed our own apps for Windows, for Android, for iOS, and the target or the objective of this presentation today, Xplorer MAX, which is our new recently launched equipment at the ISC exhibition in Barcelona, and it will be displayed again in NAB, IBC, and all the exhibitions this year. Together with the panels, the belt packs, and the matrix systems, you count with the cross-mapper software as other parts of the intercom, the Venus audio codecs, IP codecs, which are fully integrated also with the intercom, the Systel IP, which is an add-on, which is a solution for telephone calls coming in and out of the intercom, and finally the commentary systems that we have been used for 27 years. Commentary system is also a part of the intercom. So if you're in a venue, the commentary system is part of your intercom. It's like a panel. You have the keys and it operates like a panel. So this is a broad view of your intercom. The intercom is always integrated. So as you see here in this diagram, in this block diagram, you have the big matrix that can be linked remotely or locally or by IP, by the small bitrate protocols or large bitrate protocols like Dante. You have the commentary units that you can also integrate in the intercom, and the intercom matrix can talk with other devices like consoles, studios, IP networks, ISDNs, PSTN. So it's an integrated solution that you can see in this complete workflow. And I think this is all for the intercom. If you have any question about whatever, you are free, of course, please just put it there. I already see some questions coming in, so we have to be ready for the questions. And I think this is my part. Roberto will take care of the rest of the activity, and we'll see later on in a few minutes when this is done. Thank you.
Okay.
Roberto, please.
Thank you so much, Antonio. Well, I maintain this slide because I want to point the focus in several points that we also have a lot of interfaces, as Antonio said. One of them, of course, it's the analog AS3, etc., digital, analog, etc. But we have an integration in our system, of course, in Matrix with high quality protocols. The processing is a high quality, it's a broadcast quality, not intercom audio, it's broadcast quality. And we also integration with AS67, Dante, of course, and 70, 21, 10, 30, and 31. Of course, we also compatible with Ravenna. And well, going back to the Venus, as Antonio said, that we also have another one that it's our Solaris audio codec, that it's an audio codec with in only one rack unit, has up to 64 independent communication. It's only to focus that things. Well, now we move to the part of this webinar, that it's the wireless solution for AEQ in the intercom system. Well, the first one It's of course, our Xplorer beltpack, Xplorer wireless beltpack that, as Antonio said, it's this one. It's the first generation, uses the Wi-Fi technology in 2.4 gigahertz and in 5 gigahertz bands. And well, it has, but the behavior of other devices that are connected to the Wi-Fi, and well, it has disadvantage that it's very easy to connect, very easy to move and connect to any other Wi-Fi solution. It's not a proprietary protocol, and you can use in your own Wi-Fi, and it's possible maybe to share like a hotspot with a mobile phone, etc., to connect, because this one is a solution to integrate with other system. Well, in that case, this wireless beltpack is possible to connect to our matrices, CrossNet and Connexia, and it also compatibility with a system without matrix like Xpeak, and it can works more than one, of course, to communicate one to other, to work with any other kind of devices. Of course, to charge this device, we have a base station for 2 or 5 devices. It's a compact beltpack with four command keys for create the cross points, etc., to execute several commands. Depends on the system, and it also has 2 encoders to control the volume, move around the menus, configure the system, etc. Well, this one is, as I said, the first generation Wi-Fi wireless beltpack, our Xplorer. Well, we move now to Xplorer MAX. It's our new solution that, it's very similar in the aspect physically to the Xplorer first generation. If you can see, the only difference, the visual difference, it's we changed the color of this part to difference between them, but the physical aspect is exactly the same, and the behavior in the intercom system, it's very similar, but change the most important thing in a wireless beltpack, that it's the RF system. We change the communication system, of course. We are working in a free band. In that case, it's 5 gigahertz band. With, as I said, the same behavior. We have advanced scalability, the high quality to connect. We also have protocols up to G722. It's a HD voice, a high quality voice, but the most advantage of this beltpack, it's all the system of Xplorer MAX. It's the wide area coverage, because we can reach up to 600 meters using only one antenna or base station, as it's known now. Well, the behavior of this beltpack in the connected to an intercom system or matrix, or without matrix, is exactly the same that Xplorer. The people that knows Xplorer, what the behavior, it's exactly the same, but it changes, of course, the distance of working from the base station, the range that it has. Well, as I said, it has 4 command keys that it's possible to program one or more commands in each key in case it's connected to a matrix. In a matrix connected, we have up to 16 commands in only one key. It's possible to program. Usually we recommend to program only one, but it's possible to have up to 16 commands in one key. Well, it also has 4 pages when it's connected to a matrix, or 2 pages in case works without matrix. In that case, we have up to 16 virtual keys or 8 virtual keys, depends on it's connected to a matrix or without matrix. Well, it also had two programmable keys that will allow us to enter in the menu, configure the belt packs, or has other function like mute the belt pack, lock the keys for avoiding that someone accidentally execute some command, etc. But the most important thing, as I said, is use 5 gigahertz bandwidth, that it's a free band around the world. Of course, depends on part of the frequency, sorry, but it's possible to select the frequencies for using in this high band, that 5 gigahertz band, and well, uses another technology. It's a DOCSIS technology. DOCSIS technology, well, it's think for wired connection, but we moved that technology. It's a proprietary technology that we moved to RF for wireless communication. And well, because of that, we can increase the range of this communication over Wi-Fi, that it's only maybe 20 meters when we use Wi-Fi 30 meters using Wi-Fi technology in the Xplorer first generation. In this Xplorer MAX, we can cover up to 600 meters. It's really impressive. Well, and well, the beltpack also have up to 10 hours of autonomy. Well, let me show you. I stop sharing my my screen. Well, and I try to see what I showing you. Well, this one, it's the beltpack. As I said, physically it's exactly the same that Xplorer first generation, but now we change the color. The 4 keys, 4 commands inside. It's possible to have the labels, the mnemonic for the different commands, to know the cross point. 2 encoders here to modify the volume, the general volume of the Explorer, or even it's possible to modify independently each cross point, the volume of each cross point. Well, it also has, well, the charger contacts, and in the rear part, well, the switch on off and the connector of headset. The headset, it's exactly the same in Explorer first generation. Because of that, it's possible to use the same kind of headset in both devices. Well, but this one is the device. I move again, I pass to the, well, again, let me here. Okay, well, and as I said, this one, it's our new Xplorer MAX, our new generation, the second generation Explorer. Well, now I talk a bit about the base station. Of course, we changed the kind of base station. In that case, we don't use commercial access point as in the first generation. In this case, we have like our antenna access point or base station. We put the name base station, but it's exactly like an antenna. Was, as I said, in the 5 gigahertz band, and well, also this DOCSIS system that, well, we use like orthogonal frequencies. Is a multipath system with using different carriers and the QAM adapted encryptation. Well, as I said, we have the high quality. We use, to increase that range, we use small channels around 2.5 megahertz or 3 megahertz per beltpack, that reduce the noise and increase the power of the gain for each beltpack, that increase this range of coverage. Well, this base station, it's powered by an external power supply, and the connection, it's using an SFP module that we can use or fiber optic or an RJ45 connector using a normal Ethernet connection. But we have the both type of connection. Of course, all the communication in our system with matrix or without matrix, it's over Ethernet, and this one is exactly the same. We use an Ethernet connection using copper cables or using fiber optic with that modules, and we connect the base station to our system using one of these technologies. Well, as I said, this one increase, of course, the range, and we use more power. As I said, you can see here that we can reach up to 400 milliwatts in the total power of the antenna. But it sense the distance, sense the power that each beltpack need, and that reduce the power the beltpack needs. They are always checking it, and can increase the life of the battery, that it's around 10 hours or a bit more. Well, and one of the other advantages that it's possible to subscribe up to 50 Xplorer MAX beltpacks in one base station, in one antenna. Well, I stop showing my my presentation again, and I show you this one is the base station. This base station is for outdoor uses. You can use it. It's sealed for water, etc. And well, we increase the size of the antenna, but we have available a new one for indoor scenarios. Well, as I said, this one is here in that part, it's the antenna. This one is the base station. This is the only thing that the Xplorer MAX needs to work. Because in case the beltpacks are not connected to other system, like a matrix, like another system without matrix, like speak system, it's possible to connect several Xplorer MAX among them using only this base station, this antenna, with only the power. We don't need to connect to an Ethernet connection or any other thing. The beltpacks connected to the antenna works among them. Well, and here in that part, we have the connection of the power, and here the SFP module to connect. As I said, yes, it's correct. This one is a SFP module that where we connect the the module of fiber optic module or RJ45 module. Well, I said again my screen, this one. Well, and we pass to the possibilities to operate, the operation modes. Of course, the first one is to interconnect this Xplorer MAX with an AEQ matrix, where, well, but we have a matrix and Ethernet connection, as I said. And well, but this one is the Xplorer MAX system. We have several Xplorer MAX, the base station, it's the antenna or access point, whatever you want to say, but we put this name, and an Ethernet connection to a switch. And of course, this matrix distribute the audio when we press the key between one, for example, one Xplorer MAX and one panel, or vice versa, or mount different devices. Of course, we can program because the Xplorer MAX, as I said, it's like a small panel, because it has the keys and the pages. It's possible to program the same commands that we have in a panel, like talk, listen, creating cross point, like remote one way, both ways, activated GPOs, etc. It's like a panel, but wireless. In that case, a wireless panel. Well, in that case, in that kind of operation, we can connect to this Xplorer MAX to a connection matrix. It's the biggest one, as Antonio said. The crossnet matrix, but it's also available the connection to all system like TH 5,000. Well, we can move to this kind of operation that it's a system without matrix, the matrix-less operation. In that case, we only need this Xplorer MAX system, this square in gray, that only need the explorers. Of course, if you connect with only amount explorer, we need more than one. But in other case, with only one, it's necessary. Well, the base station and the explorer. Well, we could have this kind of system with any other kind of connection. We don't need this part, this speak user panels or the switch. If only need to interconnect beltpacks, Xplorer MAX among them, we only need this base station. Of course, in case we want to use with speak system like a Rackman panel, desktop panel, with beltpack, the virtual application for speak, or the interface that it's not showed here. Well, but we need to interconnect using an Ethernet connection. And of course, in that case, it's a system very powerful for a system without matrix, because the behavior, it's like a system with matrix. It's possible to create commands like point-to-point, to communication peer-to-peer, or groups or IFBs in a system without matrices. So powerful. Well, now the system is limited to 28 devices, but it's possible to increase that number using a license. Of course, it's possible to connect to all system without matrix, like well, the party line system, but nowadays the better way for a system without matrix is the speak mode or speak system. Well, and in this speak system, we also have another function that it's the virtual mode. It's possible to rent or to contract a license for a virtual server in the cloud, where we can communicate different devices around the world like they are in the same local area network. We can configure all the system in a local area network. For example, we can take one, go to another part of the world, and we only need to an internet connection, of course, of all devices to connect to the cloud. And then it's working like this device is or was in a local area network, in the same local area network. This is very flexible working mode for remote production or other function, and it's very very interesting for communication outside the normal place, or to work as I said, in other building, in other country, in other continent. Well, now I want to talk about a bit the different scenarios. Of course, an intercom system is think for work usually in broadcast. This is our main or we focus in it usually. Of course, now this kind of system for Xplorer MAX for using maybe in OB bands is very interesting, or in studios, etc. Because of that long range, it's very interesting, not only for OB bands, but also we can put in inside an stadium for a sport event, for a concert, etc. And we can cover it with only one antenna. Well, but a stadium, it's very interesting in that field. But we also have a lot of possibilities in scenarios like, well, but industry, like nuclear plants, power plants, the big warehouse or warehouse places, logistic centers, any other places that we have or we need to cover big areas. this system could be really interesting. Of course, as I said, sport events like Olympic Games or theaters that we have a lot of clients in theaters or even ships. But in industry, we have a lot of possibilities to use it, or even as we have here in the picture in airports or other areas. Well, at the end, I want to focus again that Antonio said the different possibilities. We have the different matrix where we have or we can put this Xplorer MAX matrix or without matrix. We can work in all together with panels, integrated with panels, beltpack, software application, wired system, wireless system, audio codecs, multi-conference system, of course, our Olympia commentary system, and well, we can work all together, and it could be really interesting for you, I think. Well, that's all. Thank you so much for your attention, and here we have our webpage where you can find more information, or we can contact with us using this email. And well, but now I think we can move to the questions.
Yes.
Well, Antonio, you can switch
I'm
on
not
your
sure if you can
camera.
hear my camera. I'm trying to activate the camera, but my host, which is Monica, has not activated my video. But it's not important in any case. Thank you
Well,
very much, Roberto, for
listen,
this complete and generous presentation.
thank you.
We have many questions. I'll
Oh,
try to. Now I have my video here. I'm back. I have
okay.
many questions. I'll try to summarize and make it possible. If you have any more questions, I mean, drop all the questions you want into the questionnaire of the system, the Zoom system, because we will answer all of them either today, here, now, or by email later on. So there are some commercial and simple questions that I will dare to answer myself, and I will leave for Roberto the complicated answers, or the complicated questions and answers. Some colleagues here are asking if the cross-mapper, how we program the devices, the Xplorer MAX and all that. Yeah, the Xplorer MAX, you define you define with cross-mapper software or with the SPIC software, depending if you are in matrix or matrixless systems. All the software is included, free of charge, included with the package. So there is no addition of cost for the software. The only software in AEQ that is chargeable, it is the virtual panels, let's say, virtual panels on iOS, on Windows or on Android. Those are payable, and the cloud services has minimal rental fee for the cloud services. So apart from that, all the rest is included, and everything is programmed in CrossMapper and in SPIC software that is included with the price.
One second, Antonio. Well,
Yes.
with this, let me, well, I stop sharing. I think it's possible to see this.
Yeah.
Well, here, when I enter in a menu, I go to mode. Maybe it's possible to see it. Well, here it's possible to select in the same firmware without any kind of license to move around the different connection, or are integrated in the Xplorer MAX. We can connect to the connection matrix, crossnet matrix, the old system like EasyNet, and of course the system without matrix, SPIC, or are in the same beltpack. We don't need to change the firmware, to change anything, to buy a license. All are integrated, and we change in whatever we want from one system to another. It's possible that this beltpack is connected to a matrix like connection, and then take it, change to SPIC mode, and in this moment, the beltpack is working in SPIC mode. We don't need to buy a license or something like that, or change anything. I think this one it's important.
Okay. Yeah. So we have a lot of questions from the clients, like from simple ones more difficult ones. Yeah, the
Yeah, tell
system
me.
is compatible. The system is compatible. We have repeated many times, but we want to say that system is compatible with all the previous matrices and all the previous Chroma existing equipment. So in case you have any doubt, just ask the commercial team. We have a very interesting question from Italy, from I guess because it's Renato Mancini. So says ciao. So regarding Xplorer MAX, in the case of a standalone scenario, so with no matrix or existing compatible intercom systems, with no matrix or existing, how to feed or connect to other audio signals, analog, for example, or forward ports of other infrastructure. Your question
Okay.
is clear enough. Yeah, I think he's asking about how to use this as part of another systems, let's say. Maybe Roberto,
Yes.
you can explain them.
Let me go back to this one in system without matrix. Of course, if you only need to intercom system like analog ports, etc., the best solution is using a matrix-less system like Xpeak, and you only need to have, well, the of course the Xplorer MAX wireless beltpack, the base station, a connection to a switch, and then we connect them and interface. Even it's possible to connect directly the interface, the Speak IF, directly to the base station. You only need one interface, and well, Speak IF has 4 analog ports and 4 Dante ports, and it also has 4 USBs, but the most extended to use is analog or Dante. Of course, if you need for example, 7 analog ports or 12 analog ports, we increase the number of Speak IF and, well, connected to a switch, and you could share this audio or insert, extract, or created IFBs, permanent connection, or interrumpable permanent connections.
Okay, Roberto. So there are another set of questions that has to do more than with connectivity, with physical capacities of the device. They ask, for instance, if you think the equipment is waterproof.
Well, splash, water splash, and normal environment, it's possible to use because it's for indoor and outdoor. Of course, it's not possible to use it under the water.
Okay, and for instance, also another question that probably was not clear in the presentation, a speak system can use fiber or just Ethernet? I think it's something possible both ways, right?
Xplorer, the connection, the base station is possible to connect by Ethernet, normal Ethernet, cable Ethernet by copper, using RJ45 connector, or connection by fiber optic, the both, because
Okay.
we also have an SFP module you can use, depends on your scenario, your connection, you can put or fiber optic or Ethernet connection. It's valid,
Oh,
they both are valid.
okay. Some other questions related to the 4.9 gigahertz band and the power. They are the clients, so the colleagues are asking if you can use them. You can use it globally, the 4.9, and it's also what is the power, the typical power that is used there, the distance. If it's the transmitting power allowed, maybe you can also give a little brief about the band and all that.
I think there is a lot of question on it. Well, as I said, this one is the range of frequencies that where the radio, the base station is can works. But well, we only need depends on the channel. You only need 5, 10, 15 channels, and will reduce the range of usage. Of course, depends on the country. It's possible that 5 gigahertz band has several gaps that it's not possible to use because are forbidden. And well, you can use or you can put these frequencies to use in the free part of your country, but it's not necessary to buy one kind of base station for one country. It's a global base station, this one. And of course, well, the power, it's up to 400 milliwatts. This is the maximum power of the base station.
I think also related with the matter of the band, the colleagues they are asking is how this is handled, how this system is working with the frequencies, if it's looking automatically for the best frequency for operation, or how do you handle the matter of the frequency, I suppose, slots inside the
Yes,
frequencies.
it's possible to have steps and take the best frequency in
Okay,
the range we can put.
okay, and
Both
this
amount the different not only in one antenna, in different antennas or base station, it's possible to use different frequencies, of course, to cover, and the same to connect to different antennas.
Yeah, this seems to be the topic because it's everything that comes to wireless and radio frequency is always a set of lot of questions and answers.
Yes.
For us, they're asking us how is powered the equipment, how is powered the antenna, the base station, how do we power?
Nowadays, now the power it's using an external power supply.
And
And
also
of course, this one it's there are several solutions in the market, but using, for example, a fiber optic, it's possible to connect, like for example, in a OV van or that kind of I don't know, or other scenario where we can move the access point to several, maybe 100 meters or a kilometer. We can connect using fiber optic, and then the only need this one is for data, and we only need a power source, a power supply to connect the the base station in that area. In maybe we separate 100 meters or 2 kilometers.
Okay, so what is the another? It's gonna be impossible to answer everything because we are already about 45 minutes time. So, but in terms of the antennas and the operation, colleagues are asking if they can operate with multiple antennas in multiple bandwidths, in backup modes, all that together. How do we do it when it comes to be big and complicated?
Well, now we works up to 4 antennas, and we interconnect it using Ethernet. Of course, depends on, in case you work like independent system, you can put as many antennas as you want, but for the same system, we can use up to 4 base station, and are connected by this Ethernet or fiber optic. And well, but this one, the bell packs connected to the best access point. Of course, it's possible to have to work it in two modes, like fix one bell pack to one access point, or the bell packs are subscribed for all of them, and connect for or to the base station with the best signal, because it's sensed or continually sensed the signal, the power of the signal, and connect to the best signal, the signal with more power.
Okay, thank you, Roberto. Thank you. So the list of questions is never ending, to be honest. So now there are coming new questions. So Monica from the background is telling me that we must stop because the time is limited and the audience
Okay,
the
we
question.
can answer this question by email or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's something we will do. That's something the colleagues they know will do. So to thank you, Roberto, I thank Monica, thanks AEQ for setting up this today. Very pleased to having so many people from Asia, from Greece, Italy, Europe, Middle East. I see a lot of names. And just thanking you for being with us. Hope you have the opportunity to see our intercom systems, and we will be at NAB, at IBC, at Broadcast Asia. We
Yes.
will be exhibiting this worldwide in the coming months, and we hope it's a good complement or something that we were missing before in our existing previous intercom system. As we have told you and highlighted, these new things are fully compatible with the previous ones, with all the previous
Yes.
matrices, with all the
Yes,
previous matrices.
As Antonio is saying, the system we can integrate with an existing system. It's compatible, not compatible. It can works with the current first generation Xplorer, but Xplorer first generation works with Wi-Fi access point, and this Xplorer MAX work with our new base station. But we can connect in the same network using Ethernet connection, and all of them it's working together, communicate, etc. But of course, the radio technology is different. We cannot connect a first generation Explorer with this new base station and vice versa. But the system it's working. We can upgrade your current system with Xplorer MAX, and all of them are working all together.
So, as a summary, this can be connected, this can work standalone, this can work with AEQ systems, and this can work as part of add-on to your system, other intercom brands that you have a need, and we can connect this by 4 wires or by Dante, and we can connect this to another branch of intercoms, let's say. So, all the rest of questions will be answered. My dear colleagues, thank you for attending. So we will answer now. After we finish, there is a small questionnaire that my colleagues from marketing, they are asking me to ask you to answer. So please just take a couple of minutes, 1 minute, just to say yes, no, why, hello, thank you. And that's all from Madrid, from Spain, where we have a good sunny day today. So thank you for being with us. Thank you, Roberto.
Thank you so much.
See you next time. Take care.
Thank you, Antonio. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.